I genuinely think that most people are just 1 year away, one good year away from getting in amazing shape. In this video I will explain to you why I think so, and I will tell you exactly what you need to do to transform your body yourself in only a year. Now before I go over the 2 things that by doing you will transform your body in a year, I need you to realize one thing. Time will go by anyways. I don't care who you are, as long as you're a human, regardless of whether you want to admit it or not, or deny it or not, it will fucking pass. And it will pass fast. Think about the corona lockdown. It happened 5 years ago. And that is the thing. Time will go by anyways. Again, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to improve your fitness or not, time will fly by and you will suffer the consequences of the actions that you will do during this time. 3 years ago, I was fat. I have suffered, right? I have enjoyed the consequences of my labor, of the hard work that I have been putting. I got in amazing shape because I did the 2 things that I'm about to tell you. And the first thing out of them, so what getting in good shape even is? There are 2 components to it. The first one is muscle mass. The second one is fat mass. It is body fat percentage. When one is jacked, when we call one jacked, we basically say that he has a fairly low body fat percentage and a pretty decent amount of muscle mass, right? At the very least. For you to get to this state, regardless of what is your current position, you need to build muscle, and if you are not very lean, to lose fat too. In a year, you can do it because of the thing called newbie gains. For the first 6 months of your training, you will go to each one of your workouts and you will get stronger. You will build a lot of muscle, more muscle than you will build probably in the whole remaining of your journey. In the first 6 months, you will build most muscle mass, and because of that, it is completely possible for you to go to the gym for 6-9 months to train correctly in the right way, right? Because if you will train incorrectly, you might make daily mistakes that will hinder your progress. But if you will train decently correctly, you will train hard, with a good proximity to failure, with a decent technique, you will train what you want to grow, and you will do it consistently throughout the weeks, and you will progressively get stronger as a result of doing it consistently, of eating a decent diet, enough protein, and sleeping enough. You will see a lot of muscle gain. You will gain a lot of muscle, and after that 6 months or 9 months, depends on how much body fat you have right now. If you will go and cut for 2-3 months, you will wake up each day, you will sleep 7-8 hours, you will eat less than you burn, and you will still train. Not like to 100% consistency, but pretty damn consistently you will train. Then you should, after a year, see major changes in your body. When I started my fitness journey 3 years ago, I could not even comprehend how different my body would look after a year. I thought that my body would change for sure, but after a year I made such a big transformation that if I were to just go and tell my younger self that I made such a transformation, he would probably not believe me. You can see it on the screen. After 1 year, my body completely transformed, and after 1.5 years, I looked unrecognizable. I made such a crazy transformation, and that's not to suck my own dick and talk about how great I am for sure. No, that's not the fucking goal of me saying it. The goal is that you realize that you can make a similar transformation. Now, of course, your genetics are not the same as mine. You will see different results than mine, but you can see a lot of results. It is possible, and you will see these results only if you will go and train consistently. Only if each time that you feel the motivation to go, when you will be about to fucking skip this workout, when you will be about to binge on the junk food, only if you will go and do it anyways, for at least 80% of the time. That is what is required from you to get in shape, to get in amazing shape in a year. You will have to go to these workouts, you will have to train 2, 3, 4 times per week, you will have to eat enough protein, you will have to sleep enough. But the thing is that once you will attain this body, the effort that is required from you to maintain it is a lot smaller. It is not even remotely as hard. So there are two major reasons to why it will become a lot easier for you to maintain this body. The first one is about habitualizing the right actions. Think about brushing your teeth. This action, if you're somewhat like me, like that guy, like every other human, you probably brush your teeth consistently each and every day. Now, this action is not like extremely easy, it requires some level of effort, and if you are somewhat like me, it is pretty much effortless for you to do it, because you have habitualized it, you have made it a habit, and because of that it has become effortless for you to do it. And I genuinely think that for you, training can become this effortless too. Now, of course, training is harder, but it can be habitualized like any other action if you will do it consistently, if you will go to all of your workouts. So we used to think, the common scientific consensus, and most people in general used to think, that habits are created through time. You need to do this action for a lot of time, for years and decades, for a long time frame, in order to habitualize it. It is partially true. Habits are created through repetition. If you go, so that's what books like Atomic Habits say, and other books like The Power of Habits say. They all say habits are created through repetitions. If you will go and train consistently, only if you will go and train consistently, you will make training easier long term. You will make the act of training much easier long term. If you will go and track your calories and do all of these actions, after a year, you will habitualize these actions. So all of these books and recent studies say that after around 90 days, if you do an action consistently 2, 3, 4, 6 times per week, you will habitualize it. After a year, you will habitualize fitness, the actions in fitness that get you in great shape. You will habitualize training in the gym. You will habitualize tracking your protein and eating a good amount of it. Even if it seems hard right now, you will be able to do it. And after doing it, it will become much more effortless for you to do it. And guess what? Maintaining that physique that you will attain will become much easier. And then the second reason. So there was a study that showed that maintaining muscle mass, me keeping up this shredded physique and having it for the rest of my life basically, requires third of the volume of building it. So what was required for me to build this body? It was around, let's say 12 hard sets per week, per muscle group. If I will go and perform 4 hard sets per week for this muscle, for my biceps, for my back, for my chest, according to one study that is often referenced to, I will maintain my physique. It is shown in a study, and I think that it is like that from what I've seen from the people around me and some other studies. They all show that maintaining muscle mass requires less volume than building it. After a year of training, if you will be satisfied with your body, if you would not want to get much bigger, you will be able to just stop training as hard, train twice per week, and you will still maintain the mass that you have. If you will keep a decent diet, you will eat enough protein, you will sleep more than 6 hours per night, and you will train twice per week with third of the volume that you used to build this muscle, you will be able to maintain it. You will have an amazing body, you will have a superior health, and all it will take for you will be 1 year of hard effort, and then for the rest of your life, it will be almost effortless for you to maintain it. And that's the point of this video. Even if you don't want to sacrifice everything for fitness, even if you don't see the value of genuinely going and training 6 times per week and keeping track of your diet, and being fanatic about fitness, even if you don't see the value of it, even if your genetics are not that good for it, you don't want to sacrifice a lot of your time for something that you're not that good at, just keep in mind, genuinely, don't quit fitness altogether. I have not talked about the phenomenon of you getting most results from the first few hard sets that you will do. I didn't even mention it. It is a thing, but outside of it, going for a year and locking in your fitness and diet and learning about all of these things, getting the course in the description for completely free, and genuinely building that solid foundation, it's such a good thing that you can do, because after doing it, maintaining this foundation will become much easier, and you will not only live longer, a better life, you will also look in the mirror and see a body that you will be proud of, and it will feel amazing. And that's what happened to me, right? I still work hard each and every week because I just like fitness. I work hard on my fitness because I like it. If I were to not like it, I would be able to train 2 or 3 times per week and still maintain my physique. And you can probably do the same thing. It's just the main difference between you and me is genetics, right? And that's essentially it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe. Bye.